Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is the Nine of Stones and Tradition. And meditating on this card today, what really caught my eye were the stones behind the shaman. And why that caught my eye is because yesterday's card, that Six of Vessels in Reunion, has that similar backdrop. Right, all the trees coming out of the hill, where the waterfall's coming out, and it just what really brought this to mind for me was everything's being uplifted, right? Everything's showing upwards, and another key feature that I also seen on this was that moon behind the shaman. And that just tells me that the universe has got your back. The universe has that strength and that wisdom. And, we talked about the respect. That was, 6 days ago. And it's giving you the opportunity to seek out that reverence and respect that the Wildwood Tarot has given you, which in turn helps you gain insight and wisdom on what's been going on emotionally in your journey. A lot of emotion with joy and reunion, that Knight of Vessels, where your emotions running high. This gives you an opportunity to sit down and ground yourself, okay? And allow the universe to commune with you. And, listen to what Spirit has to say to you. Now, the shaman there, he's holding a snake, and the snake is representative of the king of, it's the adder. I'm trying to think here. I think it's the king of bows, okay, which is fire energy. Yes, it is. So he's, here he's got this king, this adder in his hand. And, the kings, to me, they rule the kingdom. And the king of bows is all about, he's kingly in his creativity. So anytime that you have, an opportunity to talk with him, he's going to give you that advice and that wisdom on where to go with your creative project. Whether there's a lot of emotion involved with it or not, okay? The green man has given you that mantle of kinship, right, as you're walking through the forest. And you stumble upon this guy, and you're just like, all right, I'm walking up to this dude with authority, all right? And he's going to say to, me, he's going to give me some sort of message, okay? Whether that's telepathically or, verbally, or just, through his body. The other thing he's holding is he's holding a rattle. And, with that rattle, he's able to, shake it and listen to what Spirit has to say. You may not have that rattle in your hand, but you do have that opportunity to discern whatever that message is being told to you. It just takes time to just sit down, reflect, and understand, what the universe has for you. And that could be a traditional meditation. That could just be things that you've done in the past where you've gotten that message through. And by focusing and listening to what Spirit says, we remain connected to our lineage, right? Because, the song that comes to mind is out of Fiddler on a Roof, where Tevye sings tradition. And it's all about, the tradition values that him and his wife are, trying to uphold with their children. But it's at a time in the stage during that operetta, okay, where things are changing. Their kids don't see the same traditional values as they do. There's war coming, and they've got to do things that are untraditional, okay? There may be some traditional things going on with you, whether that's in a relationship, which I think it is in a relationship right now, because of the Knight of Vessels, the eel, and the joy in the reunion. there may be some traditional values that are popping up, okay, that for you, they may not be, non-negotiables, right? This is how I want my relationship to be. And if you're in a relationship, maybe that's an opportunity to, talk with your significant other and say, look, this is how I, once viewed marriage. And, they may say, and yeah, I agree with you, but the circumstances may play different. Maybe, they're working different shifts, right? You don't have that traditional, okay, somebody's going to be home to cook the dinner for the whole family, sitting down and eating, everything like that. Maybe that happens on a weekend when you go out and, enjoy a meal with family. Traditional workplace has changed over the years as well. When COVID hit, you had a lot of work from home. The nuclear family that you had there at the manufacturing plant, people aren't doing those anymore, right? They don't want to work in a factory. They'd rather use their intellect or their creativity and be out and about, okay? Even food delivery services are the same way. Back in the day, the tradition was nobody ordered out to have things delivered. Pizzas, were probably the only thing that I know of. And now you can get everything. Automotive parts, alcohol, food, you name it. You can get everything, anything and anything delivered to you. Thank you, Amazon, right? So, look at the traditional values that you have and kind of look at what they brought to you. Look at how they're making an impact on your life, right? And let those be grateful for what those traditions stood for, right? Christmas, Thanksgiving, things and that, getting all together, that's all tradition, right? And that was brought on by somebody, in the past. And what that does is that brings light and richness, okay, into your life. So during this time of tradition, think back on that reunion. That's powerful, right? The traditional aspect of how people were in your life. The relationships, the traditional values of relationships. And ask yourself, where can I grow from this? How can I strengthen the bonds that I have? And help create more tradition with that significant other, all right? Or setting your mark, in the workplace. And when you do that, you end up gaining wisdom. You gain knowledge. You gain opportunity to, garner more respect within the Wildwood Forest. So that's today's card of the day, the Nine of Stones tradition. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, share it with others, and give me a thumbs up. And this is D for the Spirit's Path. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Stay safe, everybody.